Hello students, in this lecture you will learn about food purchasing. So let's begin with the introduction. Menu planning is the foundation and the heart of any food service organization since all subsequent activities depend on it. Once the menu is decided, the next important function is procurement or purchasing, which ensures that the raw materials and supplies are available in the right quality and quantity. Procurement decisions involve identifying which products to buy, when to purchase them, and which buying techniques are most efficient for the organization's need. After purchasing, food items must be properly received, stored, and issued to maintain smooth operations. High quality finished products depend on the quality of purchased raw materials. Making control systems and accurate records of purchases are essential. This lecture highlights the vendor selection, identification, food requirements, and preparing purchase specifications, which are crucial for effective food management service. Purchasing in food service is not limited to simply buying supplies but involves a much broader sense of activities. It includes planning, policy making, conducting research, selecting appropriate vendors, ensuring timely delivery, and inspecting products for quality. Since it affects every stage of food production, coordination with other departments is also essential. As the first step in ensuring the production and delivery of quality foods, purchasing holds a central role. Decisions are often made collectively involving dietitians, food and beverages managers, purchasing officers, etc. To be effective, purchasing must be balanced quality with cost effectiveness. The purchaser must also have a strong knowledge of market conditions and seasonality, along with the ability to evaluate products critically. These skills help ensure that the organization secures the best quality inputs which directly determine the quality of the finished food product. Food service purchasing demands more than the act of buying. It requires technical knowledge of specifications, processing needs, and careful evaluation of quality also, because it directly affects the success of the entire operation. Purchasing must be carefully planned and aligned with every stage of food service system. It is best understood as a process rather than a single transaction, that is beginning with deciding what to buy and why, and ending that with ensuring that the right food reaches the kitchen for preparation. Through schematic presentation of the purchasing processes, it is clear that the food purchasing is the function of ordering the food products. It involves first determining the products to be ordered, preparing a requisition giving exact specification of the product required, selection of the supplier based on price, service, and quality, preparing an allocation of the purchase order to the selected supplier, followed by receiving the order and inspection of received goods and receipts to ensure compliance. Purchasing as an activity involves the market and the buyer. Purchasing is closely linked with the market as it is the space where the buyers and sellers interact. The market acts as a medium that connects producers with consumers, ensuring that goods move efficiently from the site of production to the end user. Once commodities arrive in the market, they become available for purchase by consumers, making it the foundation of the entire food supply process. In food purchasing, consumers may encounter different types of markets, each serving a unique role in supply chain. The primary market is the most basic type, located close to the production or growing areas. It is where essential goods such as fruits, vegetables, and staples are directly sold. For example, Nagpur serves as a primary market for oranges, reflecting how such markets connect agricultural regions with immediate buyers. Goods that originate from primary markets are often moved to secondary markets after they are processed and prepared for distribution. In these markets, wholesalers or middlemen play a key role by purchasing in bulk and redistributing in smaller quantities to local buyers. Brokers may also be involved, acting as intermediaries between buyers and sellers without taking ownership of the goods, while commission agents purchase commodity directly and resell them at prices they determine. In addition to these, local markets are particularly important for small food service establishments that lack large storage capacity. Such markets allow buyers to purchase only what is required for immediate use. Since the market environment is dynamic and ever changing, buyers must remain aware of pricing trends and commodity availability, while also working to reduce dependence on middlemen whenever or wherever possible. A buyer in a food service unit holds a critical responsibility as they spend on behalf of the organization and ensures smooth operations. To perform effectively, buyers need a wide range of skills, including awareness of the market trends, strong negotiation abilities, and legal knowledge for managing contracts. They must also monitor seasonal availability and price fluctuations in different markets to make informed purchasing decisions. With this expertise, buyers are entrusted with independence and authority, provided they function within the policies of their organization. Food purchasing begins with a careful selection of commodities, where the buyers ensure that the product aligns with the requirement of the menu and the expectations of the consumers. Quality must then be evaluated not only on appearance but also on essential factors such as freshness, texture, nutritional value, shelf life. Seasonal availability also plays a major role, as in season produce is generally fresher, more nutritious, and cost effective, while off season items are often more expensive due to transport and storage challenges. In addition, price fluctuations must always be taken into account. Commodity prices are vary due to seasonal cycles, shift in demands, external factors like drought, strikes, or supply chain disruptions. By staying informed about these variations, a buyer can secure the best quality products at the most reasonable cost. Considering selection, quality, seasonability, and the price together ensures that purchasing decisions support efficiency, reduce waste, and helps maintain both operational success and customer satisfaction. Deciding on the correct pack size and purchase quality is crucial for effective food service operations. The chosen pack size must match the scales and need of the establishment. That is, bulk packs may be more economical for larger units, while smaller packets are practical for smaller organizations with limited requirements. Quantity decisions must also be carefully calculated. Highly perishable items should be brought in smaller amounts to avoid spoilage, while frequently used items may be purchased in larger volumes. The frequency of supplier deliveries and the availability of storage space further influence these decisions. Balancing these factors ensures cost effectiveness, minimizes waste, and maintains consistent quality in food production. A good food purchaser must uphold high moral and ethical values, ensuring decisions are never influenced by supplier pressure or obligations. They should remain objective in assessing quality, price, and service, always prioritizing the best interest of the establishment. Loyalty to customers is also critical, which includes the ability to identify food items free from adulteration or contamination. Beyond this, an efficient buyer should possess strong market knowledge and maintain good professional relations with suppliers. Preference should always be given to food brands certified by recognized standardizing agencies such as FPO, ISI, and EGMARK in India. Finally, successful purchasing requires maturity, integrity, and effective bargaining skills, as these directly contribute to the profitability and credibility of the food service establishment. In food service unit, effective purchasing requires systematic record keeping of each type of menu developed, as this helps track need and control cost. Food must be stored in ways that preserve and enhance its quality, while the rotation of packaged food ensures freshness and reduces wastage. Clear specifications for food items guide consistent purchasing decisions and safeguard standards. Ultimately, the buyer must be able to negotiate smoothly with market representatives, securing reliable supplies and good deals that benefit the organization. Selecting the right supplier is essential for maintaining quality and efficiency in food service unit. Supplier must be reliable and consistent in providing high quality food items. When evaluating vendors, buyers should carefully consider their delivery schedules and ability to meet deadlines, their capacity to supply the required quantities without disruption, and the availability of flexible and secure credit payment options. Together, these factors ensure smooth operations and sustained quality standards. The location and size of a food service unit plays an important role in vendor selection. Units situated near big cities usually benefit from access to multiple suppliers, giving them greater flexibility and choice. In contrast, smaller or rural establishments often depend on local vendors for fresh fruits and vegetables. For items requiring longer shelf life, food service units may prefer canned or packaged food sourced from wholesalers. A good vendor must demonstrate reliability in both quality and quantity of supplies, ensuring that operations are not disrupted. Convenience of doorstep delivery further adds value by saving time and resources, while adequate credit facilities and secure financial transactions provide stability in long term business relations. Together, these qualities help food service units maintain consistency, efficiency, and trust in procurement practices. Food service establishments often adopt purchasing methods that best suit their convenience and scale of operations. To ensure that products are obtained efficiently and reliably, organizations usually follow one or two approaches. In centralized purchasing, all buying decisions are managed from a single unit or authority, allowing for better control and standardization. Alternatively, group buying involves several establishments pooling their demands to purchase in bulk, which often results in cost saving and stronger bargaining power with suppliers. Both modes aim to maintain smooth operations while balancing efficiency, quality, and cost effectiveness. Centralized purchasing is a system in which The central department of an organization takes complete responsibility for procuring food products and equipments for all units. This method is especially effective in large food service operations such as restaurants, hospitals, and university canteens, as it saves time by reducing the need for individual units to interact with vendors and or to negotiate prices. It also works efficiently when a central storage area is available for redistributing supplies. However, for fresh and perishable items that need to be brought daily, purchasing authority is usually delegated to the respective unit for greater flexibility. Group purchasing is a collaborative approach where independent food service units come together to buy merchandise collectively while still remaining under separate management. Unlike central purchasing, this system allows small establishments to pool resources, thereby increasing their buying power and obtaining lower prices. For example, a school canteen might collaborate with the neighboring canteens to purchase food items in bulk at discounted rates. The major merit of group purchasing is the clear price advantage achieved through buying. However, coordinating among different organizations may take some initial effort. Additionally, the buyer employed to handle purchasing is shared by the group within the cost of employment borne collectively by the member organizations. Every food service establishment develops its own purchasing policies depending on its size, type of operation, and specific food requirements. The choice of purchasing method is largely influenced by the quantity of by the quantity of items to be procured at a given time. Broadly, two main approaches are followed. The first is informal or open market buying, where purchases are made through direct negotiation with vendors, often suitable for smaller or daily requirements. The second is formal or competitive bid buying, where suppliers are invited to submit bids and the contract is awarded based on quality, price, and reliability, making it more suitable for large scale or long term procurement. Both methods play an important role in ensuring efficiency and cost effectiveness in food purchasing. The informal method of food purchasing is widely used by food service establishments, especially smaller units. In this approach, the buyer invites quotations from suppliers according to given specifications, and the supplier is selected based on factors such as product samples, pricing, delivery schedules, and additional services offered. This method is flexible as it may involve visiting markets directly or contacting suppliers over the phone, making it quick and convenient. One of its key advantages is that it requires less, less time compared to formal purchasing. It is particularly suitable for small service units such as school canteens as is highly effective when immediate delivery is necessary. However, there are also drawbacks. If vendor prices are not compared regularly, there is a risk of price creeping where cost gradually increases over time. To avoid this, new suppliers should be introduced periodically to ensure competitive pricing and maintain efficiency. Formal or competitive bid buying is a structured method of purchasing where written quotations are invited from suppliers against specific requirements. The request for bids is widely circulated so that multiple sellers can participate, ensuring fair competition. Along with the specifications, the buyer also mentions important conditions such as the last date of quotation submission, delivery schedule, discounts, and terms of acceptance. The quotations remain sealed until the official opening date, which maintains transparency and prevent bias. At the time of opening, representatives from the user department, accounts, and administrative staffs are usually present to witness the process. The general practice is to accept the lowest bid, providing the items meet the required quality standards. And this method is most commonly used by government organizations and large institutions such as hospitals, schools, and universities, where centralized and transparent purchasing is essential. Competitive bid buying has clear advantages. It enhances fairness, transparency, and accountability while allowing food service organizations to evaluate multiple suppliers and secure the best possible deal. This method is especially useful in large scale institutions and government operations, where standardization and control are critical. However, it also has drawbacks. Preparing and managing bids requests requires significant time and effort, and in some cases, external pressures or manipulation may influence decision. Despite this, competitive bidding remains a widely trusted system. There are two types of competitive bid buying: firm fixed price, where the price is agreed upon and fixed regardless of market fluctuations, and negotiated buying, where buyers and sellers discuss and finalize terms for mutual benefit. The firm fixed price contract is the purchasing method where the cost remains unchanged throughout the contract period. This means that once the price is agreed upon, it cannot be altered regardless of fluctuations in the market. Such an approach places the maximum risk on the vendor, who must deliver at the fixed rate even if the cost rises. This method works best when the product specifications are definite and fair prices are quoted from the very beginning. It is particularly useful for ensuring budget stability and avoiding unexpected financial burdens for the buyers. However, vendors may raise their initial prices slightly to cover potential risk, which buyers must consider while negotiating. Negotiating buying Negotiated buying is a method where buyers and sellers directly discuss and finalize the price and quantity of goods. This method is particularly useful for seasonal or limited supply items, where both parties want the product to be moved quickly from the market. It requires fast decision making, especially in fluctuating market conditions. Since the buyer contacts the seller directly, negotiations are flexible and less formal compared to other methods. The main advantages of negotiating buying is its speed and adaptability. Though it is most commonly adopted by large establishments when purchasing directly from the farmers or manufacturers. Blanket buying or blanket purchasing is applied when food service unit needs a range of items but cannot specify exact requirement beforehand. Under this method, vendors agree to supply goods on a charge account basis, allowing flexibility in purchasing over a defined period. To ensure competitive pricing and prevent price inflation, it is advisable to establish blanket purchasing agreements with more than one supplier. Cost plan purchasing or specialty buying is a method where a buyer procures one category of goods such as meat or poultry directly from a wholesaler. The agreement is based on marked up added to the dealer's cost, which covers not only the product but packaging, shrinkage, transportation, and overheads. Effective cost plan purchasing requires detailed negotiation to clearly define what is included in the dealer's cost and markup, ensuring transparency and fair pricing. Prime vendor or one stop purchasing is increasingly popular in food service establishments. It allows buyer to source all merchandise from a single vendor under a fixed contract, simplifying operations and reducing both time and delivery cost. However, a drawback is the dependency on one supplier, which may reduce competition and bargain power if backup vendors are unavailable. Wholesaler buying works through formal contracts with wholesalers at fixed prices over a specific period. This method ensures stability in pricing and regular delivery schedules, making it especially useful for large institutions or central purchasing units. It helps maintain efficiency and a consistent supply for high volume operations. While purchasing food, buyers must focus on quality and freshness while also considering seasonality and price for cost effectiveness. Reliable vendors, timely delivery, and suitable credit facilities are equally important. The storage capacity and the perishability of items should guide the quantity purchased to avoid waste and ensure efficiency. Thank you, students. This was all about the lecture of food purchasing. In the next lecture, you will learn about the food storage in detail. Thank you.